Welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the Russian Tier 8 heavy tank, the IS-3. This is an excellent tank, provided you don't mind facing your enemies front on rather than angling, and it takes a little bit of time to learn that. This is the first of the IS line that has a pike nose design, so it's pointed at the front, which means that you don't angle the tank, you face your enemies front on, which you've probably spent the last few months working up to this tank, learning how to angle your tank to effectively bounce shots. Well, now you have to unlearn everything with the IS-3. Now, let's have a look at it. It's 1,500 hit points. It weighs 49 to 54 ton. Has 700 horsepower, a speed limit of 38 kilometers an hour, which it does reach. It's quite a nippy tank for a heavy tank. Traverse speed of 30 is quite good. The hull armor, we have 110 mils on the front, 90 on the side, and 60 on the back. Doesn't sound like much, but the armor is very effective, and I'll explain a bit more later. The turret is 249 at the front, 172 at the side, and 100 at the back. I'll speak more about that a bit later as well. The turret traverse speed is 26 degrees, which is quite good. The view range is 350, which is quite poor for a heavy Tier 8 heavy. And the signal range is 730, which is quite good. Let's talk about that turret then. This tank, the reason I'm talking about the turret is this tank was arguably nerfed in the 8.9 patch, which is actually the current patch. The turret used to be 220 millimeters all around. As you can see, the turret is beautifully sloped. All around the turret is beautifully sloped. And with 220 millimeters all around, not many tanks could pen you. Unless they had a superior, they were higher than you, and then the surface became a bit flatter, and some tanks with very good pen could pen you. But side on like that, ping, 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 would bounce all day. If you could get this tank hull down, it's very hard for anyone to penetrate you. However, it is hard to stay hull down this tank because the gun depression is only -5 degrees, which is quite poor. It has a plus 23 degree elevation, which is very good, but the depression on this IS series all the way up now, it's quite poor, -5 degrees. So it is hard to get hull down, but if you can, the turret is very good. It still is very good. I mean, we're talking 249 mils at the front, which means hardly anybody's going to be able to penetrate you the front without using premium ammo. The sides now 172, which is still very good. 172 mils of sloped armor, and the rear is 100, which is not so good. Hopefully, it won't be exposing the rear of your turret to anyone. The front of the armor is better than you think. When you face someone front on like this, yeah, it's only 110 mils, but it is sloped and angled. Sloped and angled automatically by facing straight at them. Makes it quite hard to penetrate, and you'll bounce a lot of shots. Unfortunately, the lower glacis is a weak area. It is the same, it is also 110 mils as well, so it sounds good, but because you are facing front on, this is sloped, but it's not angled. To protect your lower glacis, you need to angle, but when you angle to protect the lower glacis, you're making upper glacis an easier target to penetrate. So it's a bit of a catch-22 there. Fortunately with the IS-3, the lower glacis isn't too big. It is quite big on the IS-8, but not on the IS-3. This means though, however, because combined with the low gun depression, you can't really hill fight, because if you're coming over a hill, people are going to see a lot of your lower glacis as you're coming over the hill to try and get your gun trained on them, and they will blast you there. Everyone pretty much knows about it and will hit that spot. Okay, the other sort of semi-weak spot now with this tank is if you can get in between the turret and the body. The turret ring is a little weak, but round here the front is very strong. This hole is not a hole, it doesn't make any difference. The top of the turret here though, this plate on top is quite thin, so if the person is superior is elevated to you and can shoot down on it, they will get it. Or if you go nose to nose with someone and they've got a really big high tank like a KV2 or something that is a very high turret, and they shoot down on there, they will pen you. However, with lower tanks, face to face this tank is very good because the turret is so tough and it's very hard to shoot down on these plates. Another place you can shoot if you're at range and you can't get the lower plate and it's directly facing you is just here. This area here is heavily sloped, but it's not angled, and you can penetrate that fairly reliably. The sides of this tank are very good, even though it's only 90mm, doesn't sound that great, but it is angled and it is also spaced. Very good armor, and hence this tank does do quite well at side scraping as well. The rear of the tank though is a bit of a different story. It's 60mm. It is sloped, very nicely sloped, but 60mm is 60mm, and they'll be able to punch through it quite well. Also, punching through here, and especially punching through the top deck, will set you on fire pretty easily. Unfortunately, with the 8.9 Panch, they also added this machine gun here, which you can't fire, but makes you more visible when you are trying to be hull down, which is really unfortunate because it's a very low, sleek tank, and you put that on it and it just stuffs it. They've done it with the IS-7 as well, and I don't know, it irritates the piss out of me, but such is life. The other spot you can pen is here, between the wheels. This area here of the body is 90mm and has no spacing or sloping, so hitting here is not good, but hitting here is good if you can hit it. But the tracks will often absorb the shot, and tracks do absorb quite a bit of damage on this tank. Enough said about the armor. Let's have a look at the gunneroony. Yep, the gun is very, very good. Now you've got the same damage, 390 damage, as you had on the KV-1S and the IS. So you'll be going, oh, what, the same amount of damage? Surely we get more damage at tier 8, but no, you don't. However, what you do get is greatly increased penetration, which is really needed because the 175 pen is not enough anymore. You now have 225 penetration, which makes this gun a lot more serviceable against tier 9 and 8 tanks. The rate of fire is 4.51, which is not too bad for a powerful gun. The best thing though, apart from the penetration on this, is that the accuracy improves greatly from the KV-1S and IS models. Instead of 0.46, it's now 0.4, which means that you don't have to be point blank range to fire. Now you can be at medium range. You will still hit fairly consistently. Still has the famous 122mm missing, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. Aiming time of 3.4 is quite slow though, so yeah, if you are at range, it takes time to aim. So it's still good as a, it's still main role as a close range fighter, but you can get some medium range shots now. I think I've spoken as much as I need about that. The camouflage rating, being a very sleek looking tank, the camouflage rating is the best of the tier 8 heavy tanks. Still, of course, not a great camo rating, but it is the best of the tier 8 heavy, so you will be harder to detect than other heavy tanks. However, your view range is quite poor, so great, you're harder to see, but it's also harder for you to see other people. The as I mentioned, the gun depression is terrible, so you can't really use it for hill fighting. It really still is a like most of the IS, a best suited to towns and close range fighting. Avoid hills, and you should do well in this tank. It is also quite a mobile tank for a heavy tank and does handle quite well, so good for relocating as well. Alright, let's get into some gameplay.
Time to roll out.
The map is Sand River. We're in the IS-3. I'll speed it up a little bit here. Decided to go up the hill. Already been spotted there by an AMX-12T. This is at 2 times. I decide to move around the back of this hill. I notice the other tanks all going up that side, so I decide I'll take a different angle. Present the enemy with 2 fronts. And I'm slowing down to 1 times now, so it's normal speed. IS-3. I aimed, I believed, at the correct area. We're a bit unlucky there to get a bounce, so it mustn't have hit where I was aiming at. Another IS-3 on our team is also moving into position. Just moves us onto Oh no, here we go. Conqueror. Side of the Conqueror is very weak. The front's not very strong either, but the side's definitely weak. Is he giving us enough to hit? Apparently so. We did 425 damage there. Nice hit. That's a better one. It didn't actually go where I aimed, but it still went in a good spot. The gun is much better than it was on the IS and the KB1S, but it's still not great. That one went exactly where I aimed it, into that front plate there, because the angle he was on, that front plate was flat to me. And that's the best way to penetrate an IS-3. Especially when you have height. The height negates the slope, and his angle negated the angling of the plate as well. So basically a flat plate to shoot at. And it's only 110 mils when it's flat, so... The IS-3 is gone now. See if I can get a shot on this E50. You notice there when I stopped, my gun or my tank was still bouncing up and down. It does tend to rock. Some people suggest vertical stabilizers are a really good idea on these tanks. You do pretty much have to wait for it to stop rocking before you take a shot. Now, I'm getting hit by the Conqueror that we hit before. He's shooting at range, which is pretty much his only option. He's hit me again, and the E50's also penetrated me, but I wanted to wait and get that shot in there. So we did over 1,000 damage to that E50 there. Now we can see that Conqueror there now. He's in a bad position here with his lower plate showing. So we take an aim at it and do a good bit of damage to him. Not really good at going at that sort of thing, the Conqueror. Its lower plate is very weak. I do have a review of the Conqueror if you would like to see it. Aim at the side is the best spot to hit it. There we go. So I was aiming at the front, but then when it revealed its side, I switched and aimed at the side because the side armor is really very weak, and the upper plate can bounce if it's angled, which it was to me.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
T-34. Looks like we may have done all we can from up the top here. Might be time to start moving. Oh no, there's another IS-3 and we've got the back. Oh, all we did was track it. And you see his gun turning towards us. I'm waiting for a reload. I'm not sure if he can see me or not. He might have just turned towards where the hit came from, yeah. Don't think he could actually see me. He just knew that the hit came from that direction and he aimed to try and make me back off, I guess. It almost worked. Because I do that too when it happens to me. I just aim in the general direction where the shot came from, hoping that the other person will think I'm about to shoot them and back off, even though I can't actually see where they are. I'm pretty sure that's what he just did. So we're losing 9-11. It's an encounter mode, so there's only one cap and we both need it. They are capping, they're at 50% now, so personally I think I just have to charge now. Try and get in there and stop them from capping. So I missed that shot on the T-34 there. I didn't really have a lot of time to aim, I had to just take the shot. He's stationary though. I'm moving a little bit. And we get a good hit in on the T-34. And keep moving towards the cab again. And it's 63%. just couldn't get a shot. A bit of a slow aiming time on this gun, which in circumstances like that, it would have been no point firing with it not aimed. It just could have gone anywhere. They're now 81%. I really need to keep moving. 86. Oh, we've hit 40, back to 46. So somebody's done the right thing and hit. One of our teammates has hit the person who was capping. It's 11 all now. So quite a close game now. They're back up to 55, 56%. So I'm feeling the urge to really do something here. I need to stop them 61%. I don't know if there's anybody else in place to stop them. And I feel like it's up to me. 66%. A bouncer shot from the Jag Panther there, very lucky, but and a bouncer shot from the T-34-3 as well. I decided I better take a different path. Artillery's having shots at me. There's two artillery and they both had a shot at me there and missed, fortunately. 81%, 82%. I need to do something. Okay, that's taken it back to 16%. So that was an important hit there. I'm really putting myself on the line here now. Artillery could probably hit me any second. Apologies for the phone. It's running hot tonight. I'm in a very dangerous position here. Put another shot in. Caps at 24%. I'm in the cap now, so that stopped the capping, but he gets a good shot into me and artillery finishes me off. Unfortunately. Now I will just speed this up, but I do follow another IS-3, I think. Yep, here we are. So, oh, this is an IS-6. He's got almost no health left. Here we are, the IS-3. So we can follow this guy around. He gets another shot in. So this is not me, this is a teammate, but I sort of do it because it is an IS-3 still. I don't even know if this T-34 knows he's there, but T-34's been finished off. Artillery is doing a pretty good job. I typed in keep moving or artillery will get you. So now all they have left now is artillery, and all we have left is this IS-3. I'll just speed it up a little bit, 2 times. Here we go. He's found one of the arty. I'll slow it down to normal speed again. Arty's running. Okay, that seemed a bit weird then. I had to restart Bandicams. I hope I restarted from the same spot. So he's found arty. Arty tracks him. And he gets a hit. Now did a bit of damage to him and tracked him. Very dangerous to be tracked because there's still one tier 9 arty left who's got 3 kills. Oh, arty hits him, but only does a smallish amount of damage. Does a bit of damage, but I think it hit. You can see there it hit the back of his turret, and the turret's quite thickly armoured. If it had hit the back deck, it would have killed him for sure. So he was very lucky there. He's on very low health. What's he on? 149 health. So it's just him and the tier 9 arty left. He's obviously pretty good. He's on 3 kills. There he is. Oh no, he's pointing straight at him. Oh! Arty has 37 points. He did hit Arty, and Arty had 37 points left. Oh, what a game. Well, that was a very close game, fun game. As you can see, we've got the Defender badge and the Sniper badge there. We did quite a bit of damage, hit quite a few tanks, but we weren't able to win the game. We got the most experience on our team. We also, well, that'll be because we got the awards, which helps a lot. And we also did the most damage on our team by a fair bit. Actually, we did most damage out of anyone in the game, so we had a good game. So we fired 18 shots, 17 direct hits, which is sensational. Out of those 17, 15 penetrated, which is also sensational. Damage of 4,711, which is very, very good. Penetrations, or hits received 7, 6 of which penetrated, so our armor didn't stand up very well, although I wasn't particularly well angled. Potential damage received 3-5, and let's see, we damaged 8 and destroyed 3, which is also very good. Not much spotting damage, 78 defense points, and it was a big earner, 64,000 credits. Once we take off our tank repairs and ammunition, comes out to 33,000. So it was 1,184, I think that is, without premium, which is a great amount of experience too. So that was a really good game. Let's get on to the next one.
Move out.
The map is Tundra. I'm in the IS-3. It's a tier 8 game. About 4 tier 8s on either side, then there's tier 7s and some tier 6s, so pretty easy matchup for the IS-3, except that there are some IS-3s on the other side as well. I decide to take up a sniping position. I probably shouldn't. I should really move down, but actually I was about to move down and I changed my mind. And I think it was because I saw a couple other heavies going down there and I thought, no one seems to be taking up this sniping position, so I think I'll go and take the sniping position. I probably shouldn't have though, because the IS-3 is not really a sniper, and I probably would have been of more use down there. But anyway, I did what I did. I think I've been playing the Conqueror a lot, and which, you know, really is a sniper tank. It's no good close, and I think I just automatically went to this position without really thinking. Anyway, I'm here, so we'll do what we do from here. See if this IS sticks his nose out.
That one didn't go through.
Well, we bounced off an IS, so that's not great. Didn't actually hit where we aimed it, as you can see. And I'm trying to keep my tank reasonably front on, but it's quite difficult. Managed to tag the T-20 there. We're a bit of a lucky shot. We weren't fully aimed, but he was moving into cover, so we just had to take the shot, and we were very lucky it got it. Now they've eliminated our KV-1S down there. We probably actually don't have enough tanks down there. I really should have gone down there and let that T-25 AT stay up here. But he's moved down there now. And we need to have at least somebody up here, so for now I'm going to stay up here. Otherwise, people like that can do whatever they want. I was asking a bit much of a 122mm to hit that. A bit more of him showing now though. He's too clever for me. He might have sixth sense.
We didn't penetrate their
Well, we
armor.
hit that Churchill, but didn't penetrate. Looks like he's still got a bit of his tank showing there.
We didn't even scratch them.
Oh, I think we must have tracked him then. She's not moving, so probably tracked him with that first shot. I'm just going to keep him tracked.
We didn't even scratch
Yeah, that
them.
would have tracked him. So that T-25 hopefully is taking advantage of it. Yeah, it looks like it's hit him there. So if we can just keep him tracked, and that T-25 can
Critical hit.
pump him full of lead. Oh, this looks juicy. Oh, he's moved again. He must have sixth sense. Then again, he only moved when I aimed at him, so maybe he just being careful, just poking the ridge to keep spotting. And he's moved now. His tracks are back up. Okay, well that IS is down. Oh, damn it, the Churchill stuck his nose out and I missed him. We missed altogether that time. Oh, now there's an IS-3 down there as well. That's not looking too good. I've been spotted, but I'm not sure from where. Okay, we get a shot into that IS-3, and we see there's a KV-3 moved in down there. The T-32, our T-32's turned to face him, but it's got a bit of a battle going on, so we'll see if we can help out a little bit.
We didn't even scratch them.
I bounced off his turret there, which was a bit unlucky. KV-3 has got pretty good armor though. Hopefully we can get one to his side this time.
They're knocked out.
We were lucky, we got a good bit of damage there. AMX-75 hits us. Doesn't do a lot of damage, which is fortunate. And I notice a tank at the rear of me there.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Luckily we managed to take him out as well with a single shot. Now it looks like, while I was looking over there, they've managed to eliminate all of our tanks down there. Uh-oh. I'm getting hit from behind by a T-32. That's not good. I can't really stay here. My tracks are back up now. I'm just going to have to move down. At least that's got the Churchill out of the way. Not too worried about the AMX 1375, but I've got to be... Now the IS-3's firing HE. What the hell's he firing HE for? Okay, that's good. We managed to get rid of that 1375. I'm keeping moving. I'm not standing still because I'm still worried that other guy shot me in the back before. I don't want to keep being a moving target, and also I'm still worried about HE68. That's all he did. Oh, that shot just went wild. Don't know where that went. We aimed at his lower plate. Yeah, I'm worried about the artillery hitting me as well, so I've got to keep moving. I'm going face to face with him. As you can see, he couldn't penetrate me there with his HE. Doesn't have very good penetration. We get one right in on the peak. I think it was on the peak of those two plates. We'll have a bit of closer look when we get in close again. I want to stay close to him because I don't want him to be able to penetrate me. We do 89 with the round. He bounces off me again, but the artillery hits me for 300. And I'm tracked. My tracks are back up, so stay side on. The side of these tanks is still quite tough. I've got to keep moving so that the artillery doesn't tag me again. Now the T-32 gets one into me. I aim between the turret and the... So aiming for the turret ring, we get one in there. A bit lucky. The artillery hits me again. Here comes the T-32. Can I at least exterminate this tank? I get a shot into the IS-3 and kill him just as I'm killed by the T-32. End of the game. Okay, so we lost that tank. I was the last tank standing and we just got eliminated. You could argue that I should have moved down much earlier and not stayed in a sniping position. But then it's hard to argue with getting a top gun. I mean, you know, it's hard to argue with that really, isn't it? So I probably maybe did the right thing. Maybe I could have done better for the team. I'm not sure. But anyway, we had a good game. We got the most experience on our team, but the IS-3 on the other team. So it shows the IS-3 is a good tank in its tier. Got the most experience overall, and we did the more damage than anyone else. Yep, we did. So yeah, we had a good game all in all. We fired 21 shots, 18 of those were direct hits, which considering the range we were shooting at for part of that time is an excellent result. Penetrations 13. Damage was 3,401, which is very good. We received 10 hits, only 6 of those penetrated, so we did manage to bounce a bit. And we received a couple of splash damage, and non-penetration were 4. And considering I think some of those penetrations were just artillery, so there's not much we can do about that. Enemies damaged 6, destroyed 6, a little bit of spotting damage. We earned 53,000 credits, which is quite good. But by the time you take out our damaged tank and the ammunition, which is extremely expensive on these IS series, we only made 19,900. We got over 1,000 raw experience with premium camp to 1,600, so another very good game. I hope that's shown you some of what the IS-3 can do. Thank you for watching my review of the IS-8. If you'd like to see more videos or be notified when I release more videos, please subscribe to ReginaldESQ. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help me a lot. Other than that, go out there and have fun.